It's not the worst movie I've ever watched. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm yours, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Chocolate City. Yes, that Chocolate City. It's a Amazon Prime movie. I think it came out in 2015. It stars Vivica A. Fox, Robert Ri'chard, Michael Jai White, D. Ray Davis. Um, it's about strippers, but it's not only about strippers. There is a story involved in this movie, but there is a lot of stripping. So if you're not comfortable with that, you shouldn't watch the movie. But it's a lot of male stripping and them staring directly at the camera, looking you directly in the eye. So again, if you're not comfortable with that, it's not the movie for you. But if you watched this far, so let me tell you about the story. The story follows Robert Rich's character. His name is Michael. He lives at home with his mom, Vivica, and his brother, D Ray. D Ray doesn't have a job. He doesn't want to do anything. And Michael goes to school, he works, and his mom is struggling to pay the bills. And they're going to cut off her power. And he runs into this guy in the bathroom, and the guy gives him a card. It's like, look like you might need a job one day. And he calls him, and it's to be a stripper. So he goes there for a job interview. And he's just like, it's amateur day. Go on stage in like 20 minutes. His brother convinces him, like, yo, you can do this or whatever. And then he don't have a stage name. So his brother just yells out sexy chocolate. It's weird because he's not even like chocolate. He's like caramel dude. But anyway, he goes on stage and he doesn't have a routine, but he just dances. And the women love it. And the manager, Michael Jai White, he loves it. And he's like, yo, this is all yours. You just got to pay like this little tax, like $50. And it's cool. So then Michael's like, that was it. That's all I had to do. And this is all I have to pay. And he was like, yeah. So they him and his brother was like, yo, we could do this. Let's do this for some quick cash. We can give mom some money and it'll look like D Ray's character has a job because he claims he's the manager. And it's like, that's their journey into like the stripper realm. But along the way, he learns how to like work the crowd. And I thought that was a cool aspect of the movie. It wasn't just like, okay, get on stage, gyrate and shake your ass in front of women and they'll throw money at you. But like he actually talks with the manager a couple of times and he like gives them tips about like working the crowd and working certain people in the crowd and how it's more about fantasy and not just sex. So he does learn some things as he's stripping. Of course, he's lying to his mom. His mom thinks he's doing selling drugs or anything. She's like, I don't want no drug money because he's leaving her money. And she's like, I don't want your money. On the side, he has a girlfriend and he's just lying to her left and right, like saying he working with kids and all this. And he's not coming, he's not saying the truth to nobody besides his brother. And things start happening in this movie. And that's where everything kind of falls apart because the story is kind of incomplete. There's people that work at the job and they don't like him. Uh, Tyson Bedford's character, he just doesn't like him, just outright. He didn't do anything. He just doesn't like him. He gets beat up at one point. They don't resolve that. He just gets beat up, and it was just like, okay, you in the hospital for a scene. That's it. It never like he never confronts anybody about what happened. The manager never says anything, and then it just ends in a weird way. Like it ends, and you're like, that's it's so many problems unresolved. Like what else are we like? It's like they ran out of a budget. Again, it's not the worst movie I've watched. It's strange that I watched it. Somebody asked me to watch this, so I did. I'm a man of my word, and it's not horrible. It's watchable. Again, it has some funny moments. D Ray has some jokes. He has some jokes. It has some funny moments. Again, it's focused around stripping because there's a lot of strip scenes of guys. Just letting you know, but it's called Chocolate City. It's on Amazon Prime. If you watched it before, let me know what you thought about it. I watched it. Not ashamed to say it. It was all right. Thank you for listening. Deuces.